Hi friends, welcome back to Rustic and Lace DIY. Today is the What Would You Make challenge. I am so excited about this. This is one of my favorite challenges and I hope you enjoy it too. But before we get on to it, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Brenda and this is my sweet Oliver. And if you're returning, you guys are the best. So with all that being said, let's get to crafting. Okay, DIY number one. So I'm going to take 5 of these wood pieces from Dollar Tree. They measure, I think, 2 by 16, I think it was. And I'm going to connect them together using my giant craft sticks, wood glue, and hot glue. And then after that, I am going to take this Hello word cutout sign from Hobby Lobby. It was $3.49. I'm going to paint that hello word with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White, and then the sign with Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant. And then I'm going to attach the sign or the word to my sign with my Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue by Tite Bond. If you guys saw my previous video where I did the home decor compilation, when I was doing it, I saw that sign that I did with the elephant and the white, and I just thought that pops so much. I don't know why I don't do those colors more often. So I thought I would do these colors again. And then I had these beautiful ranunculus from Walmart. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is just going to pop. And I tell you what, I just love this sign so much. So I used my hot glue to glue those flowers. And then I took these are the leaves that came from that pick with the ranunculus, and I'm just going to hot glue them all around. I did go around afterwards and staple some of these in place because that wood is thick enough for my stapler. And I always like to do that just to make sure that it's going to stay on there, because you know hot glue is not a permanent glue. So I'm going to take some of this ribbon that I got from burlapfactory.com a few years ago, and it doesn't have any wire on the sides, but that's okay. I played with it a little bit until I got my awareness ribbon shape and scrunched it up in the middle and put some twine around it. And then I'm going to dovetail the ends, and this is just a fun farmhouse ribbon. I really do like it. I need to use it more often. And then I'm just going to glue that to the upper left corner, and then I'm just going to tie knots on the end of some jute twine, and I'm going to use my stapler to staple it in. I could have made holes with my big mouth crocodile, but I just thought I would just staple it this time. And so then I cut it down to the size I wanted and stapled the last piece, trimmed off those ends, and there it is. This would be such a beautiful door hanger. I love it. I hope you do too. Let me know in the comment box below. Okay, today is the fourth Sunday of the month, which means it's the What Would You Make challenge that I host every fourth Sunday of the month with Christine with Divine Design. And of course, we make everything with wood. And this month's guest host is Joanna with Joanna's DIY Life. She is amazing. They both are. So make sure you check out their channels as well as the playlist. I will have links to all of them in my description box below for you to access. Okay, DIY number 2. So I'm going to take some tumbling tower blocks here. I'm going to glue 4 together end to end, just like you see me doing there. And I'm trying to see, I think I have 9 strips all together. So once I had the 9 strips, I'm going to glue them all together with my Tite Bond Quick and Thick multi-purpose glue and hot glue. I'm using my square ruler there to help me keep them straight. And I'm just going to glue them all together. Yes, those gray ones I was going to use for something and I never did. So I thought, perfect, because I'm going to paint all of these. So once I had them all glued together, I took that as well as 4 of these wood frames from Dollar Tree, and I am going to paint them all with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, which of course is black. And then once they were all dry, which it took me a little bit, I'm going to use my Tite Bond glue and some hot glue to glue them in place. I thought these would be beautiful to make as lanterns. But there I put on way too much glue. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did have to wipe it off later. And I just kind of went around and glued each one of those frames to the tumbling tower block base. And here I did a little bit better with my glue. I did glue the sides together. I used a little bit of hot glue to kind of glue them together a little bit, but that wasn't all that I'm relying on. So once I have all 4 pieces glued on here, I am going to take some of the larger tumbling tower blocks that I get from Five Below and some dowel caps. I'm going to paint them with my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. And then once they're all dry, I'm going to take this. Now, this was kind of hard trying to get my Type Bond glue in there, but I'm gluing both sides of those frames, and then I'm taking the tumbling tower block here. I'm going to glue that in place so that way they connects everything and gives it a lot more, not security, but sturdiness. That's the word I'm looking for, and I always say security. Anyways, I'm going to take those dowel caps. I'm going to use my Type Bond glue and glue them on the bottom. I did wipe off all the excess glue. And look at this. I'm sorry I didn't light my candle. It was out of battery, or the battery was dead, but I love how this little lantern came out. I just think it's beautiful. I hope you do too. Okay, guys, I hope you are enjoying today's video. As you all know, I say this every month, I love working with wood, and this is one of my favorite challenges because we're working with wood. Anyways, I am back from Oregon. Actually, I'm not back because I pre-record this, and so I haven't even left yet. But when you see it, I should be back from Oregon, and I am sure I had a lovely time. And I'm going to say I did, because how could you not have a good time when you're with your kids and grandkids, right? Anyways, I hope you're enjoying today's video. But again, make sure that you don't just watch my video, that you go and hit that playlist link that is in my description box and watch everybody else and get an idea of what everyone is creating with their wood. But before we get on with crafting, if you're new here, welcome. I am so glad you stopped by. And if you like home decor on a budget, and if you like decor with wood, because I do use a lot of wood in my decor, make sure you hit that red subscribe button and become part of our YouTube family. And then let me know in the comment box you're new here. I would love to get to know you. And for those of you that are returning, you guys are just amazing, and you just bless my heart. And I'm so thankful for each one of you. And yeah, I look forward to reading all your comments and seeing what you have to say. And a lot of you guys are sharing a lot more about yourselves, and I just love it because that really helps me get to know you. And it helps me remember your name too. But anyways, I'm going to quit chit-chatting so we can continue on with the video. So with all that being said, let's continue on with the video. Okay, DIY number 3. So I'm taking 2 of those wood signs from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to connect them together doing the same process as I always do, using my giant craft sticks from Walmart, wood glue and hot glue. And again, the hot glue is for immediate hold, the wood glue is for permanent hold, and I do the wood glue in the middle so that the edges don't curve up when I paint them. Then I fill up the middle holes with some spackling, with lightweight spackling from Dollar Tree. Then I had this sunshine wood cutout from Woodpecker Crafts. They sent this to me a couple of years ago, and I never knew what to do with it, and I had this idea. So I'm painting it with Maize by Waverly, and then I'm painting the sign with Silver Lining by Waverly. Then I created this stencil with my Cricut. I saw this saying on Pinterest, and it was actually a stencil from Walmart, but when I clicked on the link, it was no longer available, but it said tomorrow's forecast, and so I changed it to today's because I liked it better as far as today. Anyways, and I'm just going to go over my stencil with my Waverly chalk paint in the color black, or ink, which is black, and then I go over the bottom part here as well, and I taped off an area there that I'm going to paint with a different color. Then I had put on a stencil on the sun, and I'm going over that, and then I'm going over the pieces that I had taped off with my Maize. Once it was all dry, I went ahead and removed all that stencil vinyl, and then just all the little pieces that are in the inside the letters. And yeah, what do I do next? There was something I wanted to say. Now I can't remember what it was. I'm going to use my wood glue and hot glue to glue this sun on the front. Now, I am an affiliate with Woodpecker Crafts, so if you ever want to check them out, I do have a link in my description box, and I do get a little bit of a kickback whenever you order through that link through them. So I'm going to take this yellow ribbon. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I glued it down the sides. I glued it on the bottom, across the bottom, and I will glue a little bit on the top, but I just felt like it just kind of went with the whole sunshine feel. But I kind of wish I would have just done this on the sides and not the bottom and the top, but it's too late now. So I didn't want to cover the word today, so I just went next to it. Then I took one little flower and I'm putting it right in the middle of the O on God. And I'm just going to add a jute twine hanger. It says today's forecast, God reigns, and I can't remember, and the sun shines tomorrow. So I just loved that. I thought it was so cute. You have to let me know what you think about this in the comment box below. Okay, it is a time for a celebration of your recreations. And we have this adorable sign by Lilia. I think I said that right. And I just love it. She recreated mine that I made just a few weeks ago. And then Kathy, she's got these really pretty Christmas ornaments, and then this mushroom sign, so cute. Thank you, Kathy. And then we have Renee and her friend have been busy crafting, and so she made that cute little star and a thermometer, and he made his little projects as well. So thank you, ladies. And if you have a creation that you would like to showcase, you can send pictures to my email address that's listed there, or send them to me through Instagram or Facebook Messenger. Okay, DIY number 4. So I'm going to take 4 of these wood crates from Dollar Tree and 2 plaques from Dollar Tree. I'm going to go over all of them with Waverly Antique Wax. Now, if you have these crates, you want to make sure that they're all the same size, because I had several sizes in my stash from way back when. I can't believe they've all shrunk so much. It's crazy. They raise their prices and shrink their sizes. Isn't that like everything? But anyways, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm going to use wood glue here and hot glue. And I'm going to glue the 2 crates together like that, side by side. And then I'm going to use more wood glue and hot glue and glue the other 2 together, and then I'm going to glue the other 2 on top of, well, I'm going to glue them on top of each other. Now, this is not my original idea. I have seen this on Pinterest. I've seen it for months, and I've always thought it was so pretty. And I thought, I want to make this because I need another thing to hold some of my small paints. So I'm just going to, as you see, I glued these to the bottom. Did I glue them to the bottom? I must have glued them to the bottom. No, I haven't glued them. I don't know. I'm gluing them together now. Okay. I don't know. I think I did glue them on the bottom, and for some reason I took it apart for some reason. I don't remember. But I'm going to glue the top on here. I thought I showed you me gluing the bottom on. I don't know what I'm doing. You know what? I think I was supposed to cut that part out. I was. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay, so I'm going to add glue. No, I'm not. I'm going to goof around here. That was supposed to be cut out. Okay, I'm going to, yeah, see, there it is. For some reason, I had to take it off, and I re-glued it. And then I'm going to glue the top part on as well. Oh my goodness. And then I am going to go around my plaques with my favorite braided jute cord. And I'm just using hot glue on that. And then after I have the bottom part all glued on, I'm going to do the same thing on the top. And I'm going to go all the way around that little groove. And then once that was done, I went down the center and the sides of the crates. I wanted to just kind of give it a little more of a decorative look. The pictures that I saw, they actually put paper on the inside and made it more like a decorative shelving. But I'm going to use this more for storage, and so I didn't feel like I wanted to put anything on the inside. And then I added some twine along the middle there, and there it is. Super, super easy. I think it looks so cute. I can even put something on top of that if I need to, but it was perfect for all the little paints that I needed to store. Okay, the final reveal is coming right up. I know I have a small video for you. These things were so easy that it took no time at all. But anyways, here's the final reveal. Make sure you check out Christine and Joanna's channels as well as the playlist. Make sure if you're new here or if you haven't subscribed before, make sure and subscribe. Give me those thumbs up, comment, all that fun stuff. I truly appreciate it. I will have another video for you on Wednesday, and then I will be back on the 1st again for the 1st of the month. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.